Unresolved Problem segment tonight. There has always been tension between those who believe in God and those who do not. But recently, with books by atheists Richard Dawkins and others, that tension has reached a flashpoint. You're trying to get to the kids and say, hey, you're an idiot if you believe in God.
It's nothing to do with God. I'm talking about myths from all over the world. The Judeo-Christian myth is thrown in occasionally as one of many myths that come from around the world.
But the Judeo-Christian philosophy isn't a myth. It's reality. This country was based on it.
Well, that's not true.
Yes, it is. All right, here now, Dr. Deepak Chopra, the co-author of the new book, War of the Worldviews, Science versus Spirituality. So what do you say to a guy like Dawkins? I mean, Dawkins, I had him on twice, and you've never talked to him face to face,
Oh,
right?
yes. He ambushed me when I was in Oxford. He used a subterfuge. Channel 4 called me, said we want to do an interview. I went to the interview.
And it was him?
It was him.
Yeah, but you kick his butt. I kick his butt both
I did.
times.
I love it. 3 hours I kicked his butt, but then he took 3 minutes out of that, put it in a movie called Enemies of Reason, and he ambushed some very other
okay. I don't have much regard
scientists.
for Dawkins. I think he's a dishonest guy.
He, by the way, uses his scientific credentials to camouflage his bigotry, his
I don't know if it's
prejudice,
bigotry. He really believes that we're idiots, Doctor. I mean, he does. He thinks he's a genius. He thinks you and me and the rest of the believers are idiots.
Well,
and that's what he believes.
Did you see his debate with Francis Collins, the head of the Genome Project, one of the most prominent scientists in the world, practicing Christian? And Dr. Collins told him, you do not question my scientific credentials. I have better scientific credentials than you have.
And I told him that, too, that there were more brilliant men than he who believed in a deity.
That's not even a good argument from authority.
Now, he basically says that the United States isn't founded on Judeo-Christian philosophy. That's just absurd.
Yes,
I mean, our justice system is based on the Ten Commandments. In fact, what hangs in the Supreme Court?
Yes.
The Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten rid of them yet.
Not yet.
They're there,
Well,
and they're
your
there for a
book,
reason.
Lincoln, you mentioned, was a believer.
Absolutely. Abraham Lincoln read the Bible every day.
Argument from authority again.
But you're never going to get through to a guy like Dawkins because there's more emotion with them. Don't you find that?
Which
that
is
the
very
atheists,
unscientific, by the way.
Yeah, they get really upset.
To attack somebody you don't believe in with such vigor and enthusiasm and emotion and anger.
You know what the difference is? The difference is Dawkins uses words, while people that attack other real people over their belief in God with such anger and vigor, that's a reality that happens every day with real violence. Dawkins uses words. He's not hurting everyone over his disbelief in your God, while people actually hurt other people over their belief in God. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I'm not angry that Dawkins doesn't believe. I mean, I don't care what he says, but he gets really teed off. Now, what has convinced you that there is a deity? And do you believe in an active God, a God that actually intervenes in human life?
Well, you know, I also have scientific background, and the more we understand the nature of the universe through science, the more we also understand there's more unknown and there's the unknowable. And the unknowable because the scientific discoveries show that the laws of physics themselves preclude us from intellectually getting in touch with the source. You have to go beyond the intellect. You have to listen to the heart. The heart has reasons that reason doesn't know.
No, the heart pumps blood. You think up here. I mean, this is like ancient Egyptian shit, where they think that the brain is just a useless organ, and where your heart is what's important. This is fucking retarded. I mean, come the fuck on. We don't live in the fucking dark ages.
And you have to, in a sense, understand the great prophets, Jesus, whoever. They transcended to a level where they were in touch with the mystery. Of course, they used the language of the time. I and the Father are one. I'm in
but
you.
But
you're in me.
that's a matter of faith, though. But do you believe that there is an active deity?
I mean,
But that's,
you and
again,
me.
yeah, that's a matter of faith, though. But do you believe that there is an active deity that intervenes in human nature and intervenes in the world?
I think there is an active source, an intelligent source that is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient,
So
all
he
the
does.
laws
It does
of nature,
intervene.
and that we have a connection to that.
Do you believe in miracles?
But we have free will too. Well, the fact that we live, that we exist, is a miracle. Why do we have to even go beyond that?
Well, because the meteorite hit the world, and that's what happened. The meteorite did this, and then evolution, and you know. But look, the fact comes down to
Evolution doesn't contradict the fact
that's
that
what I say. Intelligent design
Yes.
does not contradict science. And science has never been able to manufacture one single human cell, have they?
No, not even
After all of this
the
advancement.
most primitive form of intelligence has not been created. And whatever has been created comes from intelligence that is connected to the source of intelligence.
Well, I hope you're right. I hope you're right that there is a deity, and I hope he's a just God.
Collaborator Stephen Hawking's
Right.
co-writer
Right.
says that science does not conclude and cannot conclude that God is an illusion. Does not know why there are laws of
And that's
nature.
absolutely true. They don't know.
Yeah, does
And
not
there you
know
go.
why there are laws of nature or why the universe conforms to those laws.
Almost any atheist could tell you that science cannot disprove that there is the possibility of a God, but that does not mean that there is one. Do you understand? The fact that science admits that there are some things that science can never explain, you take that as an excuse to say, well, then God is real. Not only God, but the God of the Bible, apparently, because you're talking to Bill O'Reilly, who's a Jesus freak. And so that means the God of the Bible. Science can't explain X. Therefore, since X is unexplainable, God exists, and not just God, but the God of the Bible, and Jesus was his son, and resurrected, and you got to believe all that bullshit. I mean, does anyone see the cognitive disconnect here of what is real and what they want to be real, and how they just mesh it all together and find that God of the gaps bullshit? It's sick. It's sick, their real lack of curiosity to the world, and how they just want to explain things with like, God done it, and that's why it done happened. That's basically what this guy is, but with an accent like this. God done it, and would you like a Slurpee? Okay, that was kind of racist, my bad. All in good fun. Coctopus out.